for that report. Let's welcome in now Senate Chairman for the National Iranian Congress and author of Comrade Ayatollah, Amir Fararvar, along with former Executive Director for Iranian Americans for Liberty, Brian Leib. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Brian, I'm going to go with you first. What do you make of this deal, and do you think it's on the horizon possibly as soon as this weekend?
Kelly, good afternoon. Good to see you. An MOU is still a long way away here. But one thing I'll say about this is when you look at a deal that potentially could be performance-based, that means the IRGC has to sit on the sidelines and do nothing as their nuclear program is dismantled, as their nuclear material is destroyed, as their funds funding terrorist proxies is cut off. I just don't see any world in which any of us live in that the IRGC is going to say yes to any of those things. So this could be some really crazy master chess going on from President Trump to show the world that the Iranian regime are terrorists and always will be. But we'll see what happens. A lot of things can happen in the next couple days and hours.
I agree with you, and we've heard this before over the last 60 days that a deal was imminent, and of course firing later ensued by the Iranians. Amir, Vice President J.D. Vance posted this on X. The deal is structured to ensure that the U.S. and its allies' concerns are prioritized, and that if the Islamic Republic of Iran meets its obligations, then economic benefits will flow to them and to the entire region. This deal has the potential to remake the region and lead to lasting peace. Amir, what is your take?
Thank you for having me. That's sad to see this comment from Vice President J.D. Vance. I don't know what he is talking about. 4 months ago, this regime, which he is negotiating with, killed. President Trump right now mentioned the 50,000. It's at least. We have the number 100,000 people have been killed. 400,000 people have been shot with the military bullet in the street. And why? Why even J.D. Vance's team, they are talking with them? They should just bomb them to the end of this regime. It's not talking about boots on the ground at all. And it's a betrayal to the Iranian people, 90 million inside the country and 10 million outside of the country. I feel okay because I'm 100% sure the regime at the end will not accept such a thing. They just need some time. They just want to know if they can stay alive for a couple more weeks. That's their situation right now. But if this regime, Vice President J.D. Vance thinks this regime will survive to see the economic benefits and the sanction relief, no, it's not going to happen. And let me reveal a secret about this deal, which nobody, Iranian people at all, we don't like it. It's about the Pakistani army. It's a secret part of this deal that Pakistani army accepted to be boots on the ground for United States. This is the things never, ever Iranians will accept, because Pakistani army is like Taliban to us, the Iranians. And I suggest President J.D. Vance to just let the Marco Rubio, Secretary Rubio, do the job and pick exit. And it's not a good deal at all.
Brian, the president yesterday said that he consulted all of the Arab countries as well as Israel in framing this deal. There's been a little pushback from Israel that wasn't necessarily the case. What are you hearing from Israelis and others in the Middle East? Are they happy with this framework the president is putting forward?
Listen, it's a great question, Kelly, and I think, you just heard from Amir, that a lot of people are very skeptical about this deal and not very happy that we're even engaged in diplomacy at all with this regime, because we know what they've done to their people. We know what they've done to their allies. The one thing that I've heard in speaking, with my Israeli friends and also other Gulf state friends is exactly just that, is no one is really happy that we're at the point now where we're giving them more time and doing a deal, Kelly. I think most people at this point really, understand that the only kind of end result here is that the IRGC has to be totally dismantled. And it's interesting that we're, this deal, the framework of the deal, we're talking about nuclear programs and nuclear material. I mean, why are we not talking about the IRGC? Why is the IRGC not part of this and they have to be totally dismantled? Again, this is a long way, I think, before we actually get to an actual deal happening. And even if a deal is signed, to Amir's point, I think we're all very skeptical, and we know what the Iranians are like. They're not going to hold up, with this deal. So time will tell here in terms of what happens.
Amir, the Washington Free Beacon is reporting, citing a U.S. senior official, that part of this deal would be reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and in return for that, the U.S. would lift its blockade on Iran. Do you feel that that is a smart strategy? Many people who have come on the show said the blockade is working brilliantly. It's starving the regime from its money, that it's going to bring them to the brink of collapse so that there could possibly be regime change. Is it smart for the administration to agree to the opening of the Strait of Hormuz under the condition that the blockade is lifted?
I'm 100% agree with you. This blockade should stay in place. And the good thing is American taxpayers, we are not paying for that. It's the Arab countries in the Persian Gulf, they are paying for it. And it's good when American boats are not on the ground, are not in danger zone, and the blockade is working perfectly to cut the lifeline of the regime. Let's keep it until the regime collapses, because this regime cannot survive. And you know what? Tomorrow I'm heading to Israel. I will stay in Israel for a week in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem to speak in several conferences and meet several people over there. And this is the message of Iranian people. We love President Trump. We know American army and Israeli army. We have seen their brilliant joint work in last year during the 12 days war, which is tomorrow is the first anniversary of it. And we have seen what they have done, and we have seen how they killed the supreme leader, the KGB's agent who ruled Iran for half a century. And we have seen a lot of great things from President Trump and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And I know they can just destroy the entire IRGC, as Brian mentioned. It should be dismantled totally. In 2-3 weeks, it can happen. The last 20% of IRGC's military and missile capabilities can be gone. Let's finish it. And Vice President J.D. Vance, please go to holiday and let the U.S. Army do the job.
All right, Amir Fakhrāvar, Brian Lieb, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.